Alright, welcome back to SOS. I'm Stash Sergeant Badass. And today, he's super excited about what I got to talk about. Food storage and groups. It's important, okay? And sorry about the low lighting. I think it's all the stuff I've got stacked here. Okay, this is the point. I'm starting to look at everything that I have that I've collected. And this is for food storage. And you know, for us as a family, I try to focus on a year's supply of food storage for myself, 3 kids, and the wife, right? So I've got to do that. Now, if I'm incorporating others into all this mix, now recently I have been meeting up with folks, and there's a possibility that it's going to grow and get bigger and things like that. Well, if people that are a part of a group that I'm in here fall into a situation, say something happens to their location and they've got to flee that location, they've got to come here, they've got to be here, I want to make sure that, now this doesn't go into the whole they don't have anything to offer at all, right? This is just me being a good person and doing the right thing. Would I want to have enough to cover another human body if all is lost for them? You know, it's a sad story. It could happen to anybody. I know good and well each person I talk to is very much prepared. But what if they have to leave and ditch all their supplies for whatever reason? I want to be prepared for that, because the person's still an asset because of individuals' knowledge and help to the group and community. It's one of those important things I like to think of. So, that being said, I've been looking at other ways to store food. And I probably mentioned, I've got a couple of these here. I don't know if you can see the other one. I just set a couple of them up here. It's no point. I'm not trying to do show and tell or show off or anything. This is a great company to get food storage from, and I share these folks with people a lot. They don't support me. I don't. The only reason I'm supporting them is because they do offer these super awesome deals that are like 50% off or whatever, 25% off, 35% off, and they do that often. And you can sign up for their email list. I know a lot of you are probably going to comment, yeah, I'm signed up for their email list, but anyone can get on board with that. That's not something that they're promoting right now or anything. So it's an always reoccurring thing. But that's beprepared.com. If you go there, I got a whole bunch of these steel, man, a freaking steel for these things, and I look at it like each individual person. This is for 4 persons for 72 hours. Okay, wrap your mind around if it's just for one person. What if this is a food ration for a cat that's in my group that I have to save, right? I incorporate that, and then I also do other things, right? I incorporate buckets of rice. And I've got buckets of all sorts of stuff I've shared with you guys on the channel before. This is something all you can do on the cheap. And looking for those little deals, right? Those little cheap deals. I found a deal. I got 2 more cases of MREs. I figured in the support of somebody else, MREs go a long way. And if I've got to help another person out, I count the numbers for, say that only happens to 2 people in my group, and I only have to do this for 2 people, then that's 1 person, and that's 1 person. Done, and I don't have to worry about it. And in the event that it does not happen, that's for 4 persons, right? I can feed my kids, you know. A bucket of rice, and this is another thing that I've mentioned before, people don't realize how long a bucket of rice will last. And this is me supporting group members in our community. So me supporting people that could fall on me is kind of what I'm keeping in mind here. And you get past some people won't get past the trust thing. Trust with other folks. What if they just come and rob you, BA? Man, if anyone tries to rob me, they are stupid. I'm just saying. I mean, I show my skill sets on YouTube, unlike some people out there that don't show anything. So, and it's pretty obvious that I don't think anyone's going to want to come mess with me. I'm just saying. So That's not me being cocky. That's just me being very confident. So I'm not worried about that. The thing is, I want to do the right thing. I want to make sure people are covered, and in the event they got to fall back on me, brother, get in here. I ain't worried about it. But hey, BA, I did manage to throw in this into the back of my truck. All right, good to go. Before I got here. So it's something to keep in mind. If you're going to be connected to networks and groups and things like that, sometimes you can't just prep for yourself. You might have to start thinking of them, because not a lot of people are going to do the whole donation thing, right? Hey, BA, I'll give you $100. You go to the store and you pick up some buckets and some rice and all this stuff. You hook me up, put that to the side for my food storage. Not everybody's going to do that. So, but you still, you still love your fellow brothers and sisters out there, and you want to help them and save them and keep that in mind. So what do? Well, it's kind of like I told a young man who commented on the channel. He's a teenager, and he was asking me, he said, BA, my family isn't into preparedness. They're not into preparedness. I'm all alone in this. And my parents think it's a joke. And they say I watch too much Walking Dead or whatever the case. And that leads to the question, what do I do if they don't prep? Well, you prep for them. What if this goes into people who don't prep and you're prepping for them? That's your family, right? You're taking care of them. There might be one or two that don't live this stuff religiously in my family as well. But in the event that something happens, one family member, two family member, see where this goes. This also falls into that category. So this is something I like to do. And it's like an insurance policy that none of us want to ever use. We never want to use this insurance policy. Life expectancies of these, I found these through a military surplus online. I don't think they have any more. I bought the last ones that they had, and they were doing a sale on them, and they have the 20 expiration date. So it's got a lot of life left in it. So that's plenty of time. They go way beyond their life expectancies for MREs, just so a lot of you know that are not aware. I mean, you could eat a 20-year-old MRE and it still tastes fine. It just might be just slightly a little bit drier than normal, but you could still eat it. You're not going to die from it. So just keep that in mind. From the packaging, the preservatives that are keeping it in there, keep that in mind. So I picked up these on a deal, but I'm always looking. And people will ask me, where would I find such an item? Well, you need to go and look. You've got to search, and you got to search, and you got to look until you find it, and that's the one. Which one do I buy? Make sure it's the legit one. It'll say, like, for example, this one's A and B, Kit A and Kit B. And I've done a video on MREs before on Kit A and Kit B. I unboxed both boxes in one of those videos. These are totally new. I'm not cracking these open. The other ones are already put up in storage. So, but there's been people to visit my home, and they're on a road trip, like Wes, the Wes's. I gave them MREs before they left. I was like, you're not hitting the road unless I give you some MREs. I want to make sure in case you get stranded, you got food. So that's just me. That's just who I am. Am I a soft-hearted individual? Well, sometimes. I try to help everybody. I try to be a friend to everyone. I try to comment to everyone. I try to talk to everyone. It's just who I am. I'm a friendly guy, and I never try to be. I never try to be. This is a totally different topic, but we are, who we are, right? We are who we are. Our hearts. You got to be good to people, and they'll bless you back, or the opposite. They could just be total jerks and continue their life being a jerk. But either way, you tried, right? You did your part. The thing is, I set aside extra food, and this is just some advice, some helpful hints, and I hope this helps. That's all I really wanted to make this video about. This goes back to my this is your monthly food storage reminder, because what's most important? Do you really want to go running around after mobs of people have already cleared out the Walmart, the Target, the Shell station, and all that? Everything's gone. They've already hit every single location because everything's empty. and you're sitting here like, well, where do I go? Then you end up going to the neighbor's house and getting yourself shot. So, see what I mean? This prevents some of that, or this leads them to your home. So, just not telling folks about it. I'm in the process of moving, so I don't really have to worry about my location being compromised anymore. I'm about to move to a fantastic, fabulous place someday in a matter of time. So I won't have to worry about it. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys. God bless you, and take care. I hope this helps. And just look for this stuff and make sure it's the legit ones. You'll know when it says A and B and it gives you that month. It'll tell you the month and the year, and that's all they give you for the expiration date. So those are the ones you want to look for. Those are usually the most legit. And you can find them on Amazon, eBay, all over the place. So there's different places for that. There's also other military warehouses out there. You look for military wholesale. Just type in wholesale military, and usually you start pulling stuff up. I did a websites video a while back on that, but it's an old video, probably a couple of years old. But but anyways, it's in the archive somewhere, and a lot of those places aren't around anymore because they've disbanded Dermo for a lot of you folks, the old school people that do prepping and things like that. That Dermo and things like that have been disbanded and torn apart. And that's ran by different companies now that do different biddings. And I have a friend that's in the military surplus. He owns a store and does military surplus, and we have a pretty tight connection between him and I, and getting together with gear, huge types of. We're looking now for ourselves, not just food storage, but we're looking for medical equipment, not medical equipment as in consumable items like Band-Aids and gauze. We're not looking for that anymore. Sippy and I are looking at things for a mobile hospital, that kind of thing. So we're looking at things like that. We're in a whole other realm of this stuff that that is going to help other folks that could be possibly in our group or whatnot. So that's the thing. Hope this helps. Another add-on. There you go. That's all I got for today. And God bless you guys. This is your reminder. So get the stocking up. But think about others, not just yourself. If I had one wish, I'd wish the whole world was selfless. God bless you guys. Take care.